dangerous conditions with the training rain showers and severe storms that have been out there. We're joined by Krissy Hurley, the warning coordinator from the National Weather Service office out of Nashville. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Can you talk a little bit about the dangers of flooding and how significant this event is compared to previous years?
Well, unfortunately, the bulk of the rainfall occurred at night. And so we had a event where it's like worst case scenario for meteorologists, nighttime flooding, where creeks and streams rose very rapidly in the middle of the night. And unfortunately, it was just total chaos. Over 130 water people were rescued in the Nashville area alone last night.
And what are some of the dangers? I mean, even after rain showers are done and moving away, we're still seeing some of these creeks and streams maybe rising in some spots, receding in others. What do people need to know when it comes to flooding even after the rain is done?
Well, now, you look outside, the sun is shining, the grass is green, and you think everything's over. These streams and creeks are receding, but what we're going to have to deal with over the next several days is river flooding. We're looking at moderate to major river flooding on portions of the Cumberland, the Duck, and Harpeth rivers across Middle Tennessee.
Now, what are some safety tips when it comes to people trying to drive, not only at night up to flooded roadways, but even during the day? We always say turn around, don't drown, but what are some things that we can hone into viewers at home when it comes to safety?
Well, around here, everybody talks about the May of 2010 flood, and that was the significant flood that impacted almost all of Middle Tennessee. And what we're telling people is if you were impacted in 2010, there's a good chance that you could be impacted this go around as well. It's not going to be nearly as severe, but it's a good idea that if you live near a creek, river, or stream that's flooded in the past, you need to make sure that you go to higher ground once you see that water start rising rapidly. And don't wait, don't waste time, move to higher ground.
Now, when it comes to the rain that's in the forecast coming up, does that mean we could see once again flooding return in some of these areas, or are we in the clear now that this heaviest of the moisture is moved through?
Well, absolutely. The rain that's coming in early this week, we had 7 inches of rain in Nashville over the last 24 hours. It's the second most rainfall we've received in a 24-hour period ever since records were kept since 1871. So the ground is incredibly saturated. So any kind of weather event that comes in the next couple of days, absolutely flash flooding will be a threat for Middle Tennessee.
Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for kind of honing in on the safety and the concerns going forward in the forecast. We appreciate everything you do for us at the National Weather Service office.